How's it going, everybody? It's Jason here from RTV Incorporated at realtourvision.com, and I come with updates, lots of updates. I come with June, July, and some early August updates for our real estate photography and virtual tour system. Today, I'm going to be talking about the connectivity updates that went live for your delivery site, storefront, and client portal. Some of you know what some of those things are. Some of you know what all of those things are. We'll be going through that here in just a moment. We're going to be talking about the new order and package management. We're going to be talking about the new Cloud Direct Media Manager that launched, as well as an increase in our Pano size and our new dashboard lead capture feature. So some great things coming up. I'm excited to walk you through each one of these. Let's get started, and we're going to start by talking about the interconnectivity with storefront, delivery site, and the client portal. Okay, so let me explain just a little bit about all that. So delivery site is where you deliver your photos to your customers. You watermark your photos, set them up to pay to download, give them the links to the projects, social media videos, property websites, all of that. So delivery site is the very first source of that interconnectivity. You see now there's a new order button and a login button. Those can be activated now. This has been here for a few months, so you've probably seen it. Maybe you're wondering what it does. But enable new order does just that. One-click login and then manager access are down at the bottom. If you have all three of those on, your client will literally be able to click here and bounce over to your storefront and place an order in your system just like that off of all of your old delivery sites. What an easy way for them to place an order while they're picking up their photos from you, their virtual tours, their property websites. They can jump right over, place another order. So it's easy for them to find that login and that access to your storefront. The other thing that other piece of connectivity here, let me just pop open a new token here, is the logging into the client portal. So the client portal is just within their fingertips right here. They can go in, they can adjust the beds, bath, price, square footage. They can easily make price changes. If you give them access to the media manager, they can go move photos around, they can rename photos. Let's talk a little bit about access, because I know a lot of you will have questions about that. Under the settings tab is where you can change, under the settings tab for that specific user. I'm going to hold down control and you go down to your user controls. By default, most of these users have very little control. So you have to decide what you want to give them, from manager access to printing flyers to ripping their own YouTube videos to deleting their tours and projects. So be very careful. You could be setting yourself up for a lot of tech support. So that is all possible. We'll be going into that a lot more on the webinar next Tuesday night, the 23rd of August. And it will be recorded, so don't worry. So if you have just enable new order button and you have these two shut off, then your client, when they go to their delivery site, obviously won't be able to log in, but they can still place a new order with you, okay? They won't have access to their account though. They can place a new order, but they can't get access. It'll block them. So that's important for you to know too. The other thing for you to keep in mind, you can have the new order button turned on so they can actually place a new order off of your delivery site, which is pretty slick. So they can make a new order, but they can't log in and change anything. So they can't get to their account. It's but they can place a new order. Now, if you have manager access turned on without the one-click login, when they click on their token and go to grab their photos and stuff, they see the login button, but they will have to provide credentials. So keep that in mind, very important when we're talking about the connectivity. Once your client is inside, and for this, let me pause this real quick and I will jump in as a beta user here. Okay, so once your client is on their delivery site and you've given them access into the new system and they're able to log in, they can actually, from the dashboard, they can actually place new orders. So that the inside, from within the client portal, they can actually jump to your storefront. So again, all interconnected, which is pretty cool. So it makes it easy for you to deliver your photos, encourage more orders, and make it easy for them to take some of that workload off your back by making price changes, making descriptions, also letting you know when stuff is sold by making changes to status banners. So that interconnectivity is just golden here with the system, and it's really getting everything ready for the calendar integration. And we do have a lot of plans to make the management system really nice and easy to use on across all mobile devices. It does work, but we'll obviously have plans to rework all this so it's fully responsive and stuff. So a lot of great things on the way with regards to this. And again, make sure you join me next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock p.m. We're going to be focusing August 23rd, 7 p.m. We're going to be really laser focused on how all this connectivity works, what you should use for settings. And there are so many different settings when we look at setting up your white label. Of course, your white label, your client portal settings are back here, client portal and storefront right here, along with your My Brand. Once you have your client portal and your storefront settings in place, down here under storefront settings, you'll have a link to your client portal and you'll have a link to your storefront. Should you publish your client portal anywhere? I have a link to it off of Blue Lava Media with a little key, but I'll probably be removing that because it's redundant, because once your customer goes to your storefront, they can place an order and they can literally access everything. So pretty easy stuff to learn how to use. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's move on to the next update. Enjoy. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about here is the order and package management that we have launched. It's just a much improved order and package management. When your orders come in or you place your own orders, you would accept those orders and then you can view those orders. When you are on the order page, we wanted to make it super easy for you to add custom stuff on the fly when you're on the phone. Also, placing your own orders had to be a very seamless experience. So you simply click on the add packages and add-ons. You can click on this to add additional packages, and you can click on that to add any of your add-ons, and it makes it so easy to do. Anything with that little caret on it, you can open it up. Oh, this is a 2,500 square foot Zillow 3D. It's going to be that one. Okay, continue, and it adds that in. You can also go to each line item and adjust the tax. You can make adjustments to the total on the fly. If you wanted to give somebody a discount, you can instantly change that. And of course, you can add a completely custom charge just like before. So just a much improved user interface for placing your own orders. We do have plans to still overhaul all of this, but we really want to get the calendar integration in. So there's a lot more work that we have planned for this, but this really gets it to a very highly efficient place for right now. So enjoy the new package management, and thank you guys so much. Let's move on to our new Cloud Direct Media Manager. All right, so this is the new Cloud Direct Media Manager. At first glance, it's very similar and looks almost identical to the Media Manager you guys have come to know, but it's the behind the scenes that is very attractive. I'm going to grab some photos here and I'm going to upload them. And here we go. So I'm going to immediately start naming these. 1, and the first thing that you're going to notice, 2, and 3. The first thing you're going to notice is how easy it is to place these things. It's just so much easier to place the photos and move them around. And notice I'm moving them before they finish uploading. And you know, I can see that some of you may want to do this. So I've got them all named 1 through 8. You can't save until everything's uploaded. But while everything's uploading, you can move things around, you can name them, you could stop, you could actually open up another tab, you could go back in, and you could actually work on another project. So I don't know if you know that, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but a lot of our heavy hitters will work on 2 to 5 of them at the same time. So that's totally possible. Once those are done uploading, you're going to see that it says you have unsaved changes. All you have to do is hit the save button. You can completely leave. Notice how fast that was. It was very, very fast. You can go back. You may notice, like in this case, one thumbnail spinning. That's because it hasn't generated the thumbnail. Now that happens to be a giant Pano. That happens to be a panorama that was still generating. But anyway, what we're going to do now is, so you can obviously make changes. You can leave. You can come back to your media manager. So that's a huge improvement and a massive time saver. So you don't have to hang out in the media manager. You can work on other projects. You can immediately move stuff around. You can immediately, as soon as they're done uploading, you can save and do whatever you want to do. Next up on the list, let me do this, save, and let me show you. We have also increased the size of our spherical panoramas. So this is a pretty significant increase. The previous panoramas were 1400 pixels tall, so just a little bit larger than your 1080 HD standard 1080 size. We have upped them now to 2048, which is a significant increase. Let's take a look. So when we view the virtual tour on this, I can clearly see, they load very quickly, but you can really see a lot of just, it's crisp, it's clean, it's really clear. You can actually see, if you put one up side by side, if you have an old tour, I would encourage you to re-upload. You will have to re-upload to see the difference. But new Pano size for both the mobile and desktop, both have gotten the upgrade. So the last thing we're going to talk about tonight, you guys, is the new lead capture thing that's popped up on your dashboard. So a lot of you know that you can turn on lead capture with RTV, but what we wanted to do is really bring it to the top. We've perfected some of the lead capture tools so that now when your clients get a lead from you, you'll also receive a notification. And that was something that had dropped off years ago and never got replaced. So for example, when we take somebody like John Zickert, and let me go to Storefront and log in as John Zickert here, and then go into his orders, and on his in his dashboard in the client portal, what you're going to notice is we've actually got leads showing up on your customer's client portal. So as they log in, if you do use lead capture, your clients are actually going to be able to say, oh, wow, my photographer is sending me leads. My photographer is sending me leads. That's a good thing. We wanted you to know. We wanted you to know what leads are going out to your clients, so we put that on your dashboard. If you don't want that on your dashboard, you can go into settings, you can click on dashboard controls, and you can turn recent leads off if you want to, and it'll disappear. I personally like having it on there, so when I send a lead to one of my clients, I can call them up and say, hey, just want to make sure you got that lead. A couple things on the leads I want you to look at. So on your dashboard, if you click on one of your leads, you can actually click on that and it goes to that lead. It tells you exactly what project that was for, which is pretty cool. So some neat things, neat improvements with the lead capture. So that really sums it up, you guys. Some good updates that took us all the way from June 6th, and the new lead capture. Tyler just launched that on August 11th. So the next things you're going to see from RTV is our new Edge Marketing Center. In fact, those of you that have been playing around and uploading and building projects probably noticed this pop up the other day. We are getting ready to lay in the Edge Marketing Center beta, which will replace the current Flyer engine. So get ready for that. edge marketing, and of course, calendar integration. Calendar integration is going to come next, along with the Edge Marketing Center. So enjoy the updates, you guys. I really think that you're going to find a significant improvement with the Cloud Direct Media Manager. I think your clients are going to love the new panel size, as well as the lead capture. So there's really something in this update for everybody. Have a good one, and we'll see you. Hope to see you on the webinar. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your support, and have a good one.